Hello YouTube. This is going to be a fairly brief video in response to a PM that I received from another YouTuber named Skavar 4000. That's Skavar 4000, who asked me to comment on the end of life and whether or not atheists should be afraid. I think that's a pretty good question. I'm just going to read to you what I wrote to him because I want to get this right, because I think I said it as well as I can, at least. Hello, Skavar 4000. Actually, I used his name, but he hasn't given me permission to use it publicly. I admit I have not dealt with end-of-life issues at length. I'm not sure I can. As I approach my own end, I do think about it, but the only thing I'm sure of is that I won't go groveling to any god saying, hey, just kidding, God, me and you, right? I have had at least a couple of jerks here on YouTube remind me in a supercilious way that I am not long for this world. One who just blocked me, or one who I just blocked, I should say, sent me a PM saying, I have good news and bad news. The good news is Jesus is coming. The bad news is Jesus is coming. Whether it's good or bad news depends on whether you're standing or kneeling. Something along those lines, anyway. Now, that's a paraphrase. He's not the only one to point out that I'm old and should be looking to Jee-zus before it's too late. Now, one person I have looked to for end of my own days inspiration is Robert G. Ingersoll, who said, quote, so far as I am concerned, I am immortal. That is to say, I can't recollect when I did not exist, and there will never be a time when I will remember that I do not exist. End quote. That quote has been a big help to me. No person in my lifetime has ever come back from the dead to say that there is an afterlife, or a heaven, or a hell. The only ones said to have been resurrected from the dead, excluding people whose hearts have stopped and received an electric shock, are hearsay accounts from the Bible and other ancient screeds. Lacking evidence, there's absolutely no reason to believe that any living creature survives the death of its body and brain. Period. I had all that religious mumbo-jumbo drilled into my head from earliest memory, so naturally it assumed a place in my subconscious. That little pang I get occasionally comes from that early immersion in religion. But it has with me the status of superstition, and I've mentally grown past it. It has the same place and stature as avoiding ladders and throwing spilled salt over my left shoulder into the devil's eye. It's silly and belongs to the childhood of mankind. Adult minds should be able to shunt it to the back and out of sight. And they could, if they didn't go weakly, and you can spell that with an E-A-K if you like, to a place where another person, as ignorant as they, reinforces the superstition by repeating the old lies in solemn surroundings and to the singing of hymns. That pretty much sums up how I feel about the subject. I'm sure that there are lots of other takes on it from both the non-religious and the religious, and I'm looking forward to all of your responses. That's it. I hope, Skavar 4000, that I gave you some kind of an answer for your question. Thanks for watching, everybody.